Hey guys, and welcome back to EQ Planes, and today we'll be flying from Newark to Montreal on the Air Canada E175. We had just gotten off our flight on the United A320 from Atlanta. Our gate was on the other side of the airport, meaning we had to take this airport bus. It offered some pretty good views of the ramps at different times, however, a lot of it was blocked by fencing most of the time, which is unfortunate, but at least we still got some good views of the ramp. I must admit, seeing all these new livery United aircraft contrasted against the old ones makes me like the new livery a lot better. Really hope they get to painting it quicker. Now, the terminal that Air Canada uses at Newark isn't terrible, but it isn't great either. I've certainly experienced worse, but I must admit this isn't a top-ranking terminal. However, Newark certainly isn't famous for being the best of New York airports. Now, here's the Air Canada E175 we'll be flying today. Registration Charlie Foxtrot Uniform Juliet Echo. This particular aircraft started its life out with Trip Airlines in December of 2009. It then made its way to Oslo, and in 2015 made its way to Air Canada, where it operated under Sky Regional, and then Jazz. Now, I am kind of excited to be flying this aircraft, as it is very similar to the E190, being nearly identical when it comes to passenger experience. And although I've flown the Air Canada E190 on several occasions with mainline, I never got to do a trip report on it. So it'll be interesting to see the old Air Canada experience. Now, without further ado, let's step on board this Air Canada E175. Now, my first impression was that yes, this old cabin with the blue seats was a little bit dated. However, the fact is I kind of miss this old Air Canada style cabin. Different variations of the cabin still feature on the A320 family aircraft. However, they have been taken off the 777 and A330, and the 767s have since been retired. This particular style is the exact same as what was on the E190s as well. But we'll get more into the specifics when we're in the air. Anyways, enjoy this takeoff from Newark Airport.
Face coverings help ensure a safer environment for everyone on board. Thank you for doing your part in keeping everyone on board.
Now, let's take a closer look at the aircraft seat. First, let's look into the back pocket where we have the two air sickness bags along with the Air Canada E175 safety card. Here we have what was an absolutely massive tray table, which is pretty nice to have considering you'd be able to fit a laptop on there and probably eat at the same time. The recline on my seat was really weird and kind of broken, so when you went into the reclined position, you had to force the seat back with your own hands. Padding on my seat was actually really comfortable. However, the seat padding was kind of ripping off. As much as I would miss these old AC interiors and the toothpaste livery, this aircraft definitely needs to be refreshed. A lot of the things on the aircraft looked worse for wear, and that included the livery, which looked like it was cracking a bit on the engines. The IFE was also a nice touch, considering aircrafts of this size generally don't have it. However, it was Air Canada's old system, meaning it was pretty slow. However, you did get your own air nozzle and light. Air Canada also managed to pull off a drink and snack service on this short flight. However, unfortunately, turbulence struck pretty early into the flight, meaning the seatbelt signs were on most of the time, and I didn't get a chance to do the loo review. But chances are you weren't missing out on much. Anyways, enjoy what was a fairly turbulent landing into Montreal. Also be sure to stick around for my final thoughts. Now, let's move to my final thoughts on the aircraft. Now, was there stuff left to be desired after this experience? Yes. The aircraft, for lack of better words, was kind of falling apart at the seams. However, I did really enjoy getting to experience this old Air Canada product once again. But as much as I enjoyed it, these aircraft do need a retrofit. These aircraft probably have many years left with Air Canada Express, so it's going to happen at some point. Now, hopefully, if Air Canada retrofits these aircraft, they do a good job of it, and don't use the same seats they did on the 737 MAX and A220, which I'm not a huge fan of. Now, whether or not I'd recommend this aircraft depends on who you are. If you're a person who really liked Air Canada's old blue interiors, then this is the aircraft for you. However, if you are looking for a very solid experience, I can't say I recommend it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys back next time.